Hello, my name is Marcus.
And I'm Debbie.
And you are listening to Discussions. So, happy past St. Patty's Day. How was your St. Patty's Day, Debbie?
You're so stupid.
I know. How was it?
It was fine.
It was good till we went out. Well, we did meet up with some good friends.
Yeah.
We did that.
It was pretty lame.
Where the places we went to, the food was good. It wasn't St. Patty's Day food, but it was good.
Okay, there was no St. Patty's Day music.
No.
There was no St. Patty's Day food.
No.
So it wasn't really... Did it really exist?
I don't know. I love the second place we went to. Had a
Oh, I had fries?
It had the saxophone player.
Oh, I didn't go to that one, yeah.
That was a lame... They were line dancing to saxophone music.
Who plays saxophone on St. Patty's Day?
You know what? I'm to the point now where I think I really need to learn, pick up the banjo again.
Because banjo screams St. Patty's Day too.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
It does, and Scotland too. They're both music used in bands.
The banjo?
And it's not the first choice, but it's in there.
Would that be the redneck Scottish?
Banjo comes from over there, thank you.
Oh, does it?
No, it does. I swear it does.
You're making it up.
No, I'm not. If we had someone doing the engineer, I would have them say, hey, go look this up real quick.
Siri. Damn it, Siri. Where does the banjo come from?
I'm telling you, that's where it comes from. That's where exactly.
I don't believe you.
All right, let's get back on track. It is.
So you're saying banjo is better than saxophone?
Oh, it is. I can sing an Irish.
You can sing an Irish ditty to a banjo.
Oh, yes, we can. I can. It will happen. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to contribute something next.
Versus the bagpipes.
Who's going to teach bagpipes around here?
Versus the violin.
The fiddle. Not the violin. It's the fiddle.
No, the fiddle's the southern thing.
Oh, the fiddle. Oh, the fiddle comes from what? Oh, is that from Ireland, Scotland too?
You can't see his bulging eyes that he's staring at me as he goes, huh?
Exactly. It's no different than banjo. I'm telling you, there's banjos over in Ireland and Scotland.
We're going to get back to you next week with a follow-up on this.
I want to Google it right now. I'm afraid I might mess this up here. So, but anyway, it was lame to begin with. Besides eating...
Okay, so just a little background. I am 1/4 Scottish, 1/4 Irish, and I'm pretty sure half German.
And I'm 45%.
Which means our
Scottish.
children are actually more Scottish than myself, which irritates me, but I grew up in the Northeast, and unlike what I've seen in the South, up in the North, everybody is extremely proud of their heritage. It is not a slap in the face to say you are part of something or somebody, we used to have street festivals for almost every nationality. It didn't matter if you were Irish, Scottish, Italian, Greek, Indian, what else? Polish, Jewish, it didn't matter. And everybody got involved in the celebration because it was very much a cultural area. There was a lot of first and second generation Americans where I grew up. So it was, a lot of immigrants were still living through the grandparents and were passing on those traditions and the foods and the cultures and the dress. And it was just a lot of fun. And I miss that because, it was just a time for you to be very proud with, your heritage. And I guess since, I don't know if it exists anywhere else in the world other than the Northeast, because everywhere we've lived, I haven't seen that kind of...
Well, I'm from Louisiana, and we have Mardi Gras.
Okay.
Does that count for something?
No, because you're not Creole, you're not French, what is it?
Well, Louisiana French. No, but it's tradition.
Yes, but
it's big time tradition.
It is big time tradition
because Louisiana used to be.
But that's just one culture. You know, like, I mean, I know, like, here...
We have the Greek Festival in Columbia.
We do have the Greek Festival, and I know, like, in the schools, they bring in a lot of, like, the Gullah traditions, which is so cool, because, you know, they usually get the Gullah basket weavers, and, you know, they tell about the Gullah stories, but I feel like there's, you know, for the amount of people here in the South that are from other places, they're still missing a lot of that melting pot. You know, and it has nothing to do with you know, I know down here, you know, everybody says, well, I'm proud to be American. Well, I'm very proud to be American because, you know, my grandparents and great-grandparents, I mean, they obviously fought to come here and be Americans, but that doesn't mean that we lost those traditions of where they came from. You know, most of them came because they were, you know, fleeing those countries in destitute times. You know, and I know, like, you know, my mom never learned to speak German because when her parents, you know, when my grandparents were growing up, you know, because of, you know, World War II and World War I, you know, they didn't want you to speak German because of the fact that you were considered a Nazi, you know, sympathist. So a lot of that language was lost.
Your grandmother still spoke it and wrote it. She
still spoke it and wrote it, but she didn't pass it to the next generation, is what I'm saying. And, you know, but she was still very proud of, you know, keeping up the traditions. Like for New Year's, you know, she had, you know, lentil soup, which, you know, and then, you know, we always had, you know, the brats and you know, we always dressed up for, you know, German Fest and, you know, like I said, it was just, you know, it had nothing to do with, you know, we're better than anybody else. It was the fact that you were just proud of, you know, your heritage and where you came from. And I find a lot of people down here, like if you ask them, you know, what's your, you know, nationality, a lot of people are like, I don't know.
That's a lot of you younger ones. I like that.
No, because even some of the older ones don't even think it. Like I said, it's just different because where I grew up, everybody knew where they came from. Everybody knew.
I'm from Congaree.
Knew their history. You know, and so it was, you know, to me, it's very interesting in the mentality down here. Just how, you know, I guess it's just not as big of a deal. And I guess I've ingrained it in our kids to make sure that they're always, you know, remembering those historical factors of where our family came from, what they did to get here, and, you know, the hardships that they had to endure, you know, to become Americans, but in the same aspect that they kept those traditions and, you know, to always be proud of who you are. And so it was really kind of a bummer that, you know, St. Patrick's Day was kind of a dud. Like it would be a week-long celebration up north, and, you know, and I know there were some places around the Midlands that actually did have bigger celebrations, you know, but I mean, it's not just the drinking. Like we had parades, we had, you know, festivities, and, you know,
I think actually Lexington had a parade, didn't they? But we missed it.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought it was interesting, but yeah, Marcus dressed up in his kilt.
Yes, I did.
There was a lot of comments on Facebook about whether he was a true Scotsman or whether he was faking it. And
I'm not. I don't know if I should say or not.
Well, you said you're 45%.
I'm 40 and 45%, but that night I went 100%.
TMI.
TMI. It's a bit airy tonight.
There was a swift wind from the north tonight.
Actually, no, it came from the south. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one there.
Usually we don't catch the good ones on radio.
I know that. I'm telling you. It was a mighty swinging that night.
What's the knot thing that they used to have up in Alaska?
No, it was at the cannery. It was the weather knot.
Yeah.
You know, it was a rope hanging. It said it was,
and there was like a knot on the end of it.
And it goes. Tells you what the weather is. And he says if the rope's wet,
it's raining.
It's rainy. If the rope's moving.
No, if the rope's moving, it's windy.
It's windy. And if it's not moving, it's not windy.
And if it's dry, it's sunny.
It's sunny. There you go. But maybe next year, I don't know. Maybe we have to do something. Our problem is we don't want to drive too far to go anywhere since living all the way out where we do live.
Yeah, that is part of the problem is that, I'm very leery of major holidays anyway, just because...
The traffic in the road, people drinking
and driving. I don't trust people on the roads, and, so it is, unless it's something that is during the daytime, I usually don't like venturing out too far.
I know.
But anyway, maybe next year. It also didn't help that it was in the middle of the week, so...
That's true. Now, the one EMS place I used to work for, man, I would somehow always seem to get it either on a Friday or on a Saturday, and that was bad.
You had to work it.
And I had to work it. Oh, yeah. We took everybody to badness. So, and it was usually down at 5 Points. So, a lot of people were drinking this, a lot of college kids. So, but that's what they do. But then again, that's not true culture right there.
No, that's just a bunch of drunks.
It is a bunch of drunks.
It doesn't have anything to do with the heritage of it.
And I don't like it. Because you actually, come to think about it, we were in Ireland for St. Patty's Day
3 years ago
in 2018.
Which, that was a whole nother disappointment in itself, because I can tell you...
Oh, I was so excited.
we were in Killarney and we purposely had planned that we were going to be in Killarney for St. Patty's Day, thinking it was going to be like the bomb. And
it bombed.
It bombed. It was a little chilly, granted, in that time of the year, so we did go when it was still very, very cold. And every restaurant / bar that you walked into, we were hoping to find some cultural music.
Irish banjos and fiddles.
Where were the Irish banjos that night?
I know. No, but we were listening to like Wham, Duran Duran,
Journey.
It
wasn't Duran Duran. It was a lot of Michael Jackson.
They played a lot of American 80s music, and they loved it.
And we, everywhere we went, we were like, okay, this is gonna, they're gonna have some good music here. Nope. It was, and then they were, singing, they had, live singers, but then they also had karaoke. What was on the karaoke? 80s music.
I know. I was waiting for a ditty. That's what I wanted.
We're gonna have to sing our own.
But we did meet that nice couple. That was right. Yeah, that was on St. Patty's.
That wasn't, yeah.
Yeah, he was in the military. Actually, it was a married couple. I think married, but it don't make a difference. They were really nice here. It was packed, so they let us sit with them, so we had a chance to talk with them for a while. And he's the one who informed us that all the restaurants and bars and things love to play American 80s music.
Apparently they like our culture, and we were trying to find their culture. So
I know.
Anyway, but yeah, maybe next year we will venture out and try to be more cognizant of finding true.
Exactly. Well, if it was held on it was on a Wednesday, maybe a Thursday next year.
Or Friday.
Or Friday.
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, that was our St. Patrick's Day here.
But we hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope everybody was safe and had fun. And if you did have fun and you live in the state of South Carolina, be sure to send us a message and let us know what is it that you did or where did you go that you found, true celebrations of St. Patty's Day.
Exactly there. So, and also go buy a kilt. It's fun. Next year, I'm going to take it up a step. I want to do the, what do we keep saying this?
The tartan.
Yeah, I want to do the tartan where it comes across. The 9-foot one.
No, the 9-foot is the kilt and tartan. It's the...
Can you buy them separate? Probably so.
Well, you're just looking for the sash part.
Yes.
Yes. The 9-yard tartan is the actual true kilt.
That's why you have to lay down and roll yourself into it.
Well, you don't roll. It's not like a burrito. No, you lay the belt down. You pleat the tartan fabric along the belt, and then you lay down and you basically wrap it and belt it, and then part of it sashes over your side.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
But he has the pre-made pleated tartan.
It works. It works now. And she bought me the socks and the little The little things that go around on top of the socks. The little.
Yeah, and he had a vest and
Had
a
a
tie.
vest.
And
Get the hat. I look very dapper.
you do look dapper.
Thank you very much.
You were a very big leprechaun.
I was. I look like I should be serving drinks that night.
I know. He kept saying he looked like a waiter.
I look
He's
like
like,
yeah.
I look like a bartender. But anyway.
Is that it?
That's all I got.
I think we covered everything. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Please like us on different formats that we have out there. Yet again, my name is Marcus.
And I'm Debbie.
And thank you for listening to Discussions.